The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. What is it? We don't know. The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. Here we go, it's the Gun Shop Show.
Welcome to the Gun Shop Show. I'm your host, Logan Jones, and we have an exciting episode planned for you today. We're going to go out, we're going to shoot some guns, we're going to have a guest on. That guest is actually the mayor of Carthage.
Yeah.
That is Dan Rife. He'll be on later. We'll shoot some guns with him. We'll talk some guns with him. It'll be a good time, have fun. But before we go any farther, I want to introduce my co-hosts / personal best friends.
Whoa.
That's right.
Personal.
I took it there.
We've stepped up.
Don't ask him if that's actually the case, because it is.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't lie to you.
I wouldn't lie on air, so I'm going to say yes.
Exactly.
I meant no. Whichever one's not lying. That one.
That voice you're hearing is the man that makes it all possible, our creative director, the man that pushes the absolute best buttons. That is Trevor Smith.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. Look at him.
Woo.
Trevor.
He pushes the buttons just right.
Yeah, buttons get
And
pushed.
the other, equally as important, kind of.
And one heck of a smooch
One
maker.
heck of a looker with his blue steel. That is our man, Alan Snow.
Don't forget about yours truly, Mr.
That was me back in my glory days.
Back before you got that widow's
And
peak
just so-
taken care of.
It's true. It's true. Just so everyone knows,
Yeah.
you spell Alan's name ALLENSKNOW.
Yeah, we
Alan
spelled
Snow.
it wrong on purpose.
We did. We did.
Technically not spelled wrong here, but
No, but
we're not lying on the radio today.
not lying whatsoever.
We would never do that. We're not fibbers.
My mom will appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, I'm sure she would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't your mom say we spelled it wrong on one of the last episodes?
Yeah.
She did on one of the episodes.
I wish I
Maybe,
could
maybe.
find that. I'd like to know where I went wrong.
Yeah.
But I try to keep a tight ship,
Are we
you know?
picking on you, Alan? Are we picking on you?
Oh, wow.
Just kidding.
Nothing I can't
Didn't
handle,
expect
though.
that out of our host.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I'm sorry. I took it too far. My apologies.
Logan is one of ill repute. I can't imagine he would make baby voices on the radio.
Isn't my nickname Baby Leg?
Well, it was. Now it's adult leg.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. My apologies. I should
Yeah.
not be making baby sounds.
Yeah, you resemble
on
a
the
baby's leg
radio.
less.
But I want to do something for you guys at home watching or listening on the radio or watching on TV. I want to give you a chance to win this $100 Liberty Tree gift card.
That's a banging deal.
$100.
$100. That's 100. You can put a $1,000 gun on layaway with the Freedom Buyers Club with this gift card right
sure.
here.
For sure.
All you have to do to get entered to win is share the feed and tag 5 friends. And for you that don't know, share the feed. We're talking about Facebook. Go to Facebook, search Liberty Tree Guns. You'll see us there live. Share that feed to your page and tag 5 of your bestest friends that are into guns.
We'll put it even into more layman terms than that. Share this episode
There you go.
and tag 5 friends in the comments.
You know, guys, we didn't talk about it last week, but you know, it was sure good to see Eli a couple weeks ago when, you know, we saw him for like 5 minutes.
He breezed
you
through.
know. Well, yeah, he quit doing his Eli stuff, you know, came in and said, "Hey guys."
Took a small break.
Yeah. Went right back to Eli and stuff.
It actually...
We didn't say anything about giving away a $100 gift card.
No, of course we didn't.
right.
Of course we didn't.
You're gonna wanna
but
keep
it
that on the
reminded me,
DL.
Yeah.
if you've been a fan for a long time and have watched the show, it reminds me of the High Plains Drifter.
Oh,
I just felt a little wind
yeah.
on my ear and the back of my head, and I turned around, and there he was.
Yeah, drifting on by.
It
Yeah.
was.
You felt the hairs on your
beautiful.
neck stood up when he drifted by? Wow, that's creepy. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It just caught me off guard. I was surprised because I hadn't seen the man in
Yeah, you're like who's
6
this
years.
guy? Yeah.
He completely shaved his face. He no longer has a beard. It was
I didn't even know that, dude.
It was crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that's it. That is crazy. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
I think
recognize
he
him.
said he's not coming back until he grows the beard back.
Oh, I think he grows them
That's
slow
the
too.
issue.
I think it may have been one of those beard trimming accidents.
I think
You've
so
had-
too
you've had
because
those
I
before,
saw it and I
haven't
was
you, Logan?
like, Me?
Yeah, have you ever had a beard trimming
No,
accident?
no. I tried to trim my beard once when I was 13, and it broke the trimmer.
Oh.
So no, I was born with this beard
Because you got that
and it's never gonna
Samsonite
leave me.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But strangely, the Samsonite hair is only about right here.
Yeah.
Everything past that can be cut. It's super
Oh,
weird.
Right.
It's weird.
Right. Well, I mean, you probably engineered that, right?
Somewhere in my bloodline, I think it was engineered.
Yeah, probably a few generations back. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
Back in the
I've
day.
I've experienced a beard trimming accident, and then it's like
Like an
oh
oops?
man, yeah. Oh, I'll just take it all
Gotta
off. have
finish
to
it up.
restart. You
No,
know?
I had one of those, but I didn't realize I had one of those until someone pointed it out.
Yeah.
This side of my face, the right side of my face, if you're listening on the radio, was
Yeah.
much thinner than the left side of my face.
Oh.
Like so much that you could see my skin. I didn't realize it until someone pointed it out, and then
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Good
"Oh,
call.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's bad."
See, I always struggle with trying to make it look even. You know, like it's really hard to do for yourself to make it look even on both sides, especially with a goatee. Because I got to trim on the left, I got to trim on the right. Make it look presentable. But then sometimes it doesn't look right, and I'm like questioning my existence.
It's a big pain.
Yeah, I'm
And
like,
if
should've
you're
just shaved
wondering
it all off.
why are the people on the Gun Shop Show talking about beards, it's because
You don't know anything about gun shops. Everybody has beards in them.
Exactly. You cannot work at a gun shop or be on the Gun Shop Show without some facial hair.
Yeah, it's
true.
a
It's just how it
mandatory uniform. And if you can't grow one, we issue one to you.
Yeah, I think we have one guy out on the floor now that doesn't have facial hair.
Yep.
Just one.
And
Wonder
he
who that is.
the worst employee.
Oh man,
I'm just kidding.
You talking about old Babyface Roberts out there?
Babyface who?
Roberts.
No, I was talking about Jeff.
Oh, who's Jeff?
You don't know Jeff?
We have a Jeff here.
Yeah. He never works anymore. I'm just kidding. We don't have a Jeff here.
You come up with Jeff. I come up with Roberts. My Roberts ain't good enough, so you throw Jeff out there. You talking about Jeff Roberts?
Yeah,
Jeff Roberts.
Jeff
yeah.
Roberts, yeah.
He goes by Roberts, though.
If your name's Jeff Roberts, we're not talking about you.
What are we even talking about?
Who knows, man? We're just talking.
Yeah, so wow, the awkward pause there.
Yeah.
So we shot some gun suppressed, new Erector 9 suppressor, if you guys
Yeah,
are
and how do they
familiar.
spell that?
It's weird. So it's called the Erector 9, but
Yeah.
it's spelled ERECT 9R.
Yeah.
So the 9 is in place of the O.
Yeah. So did I catch a niner in there?
There is a 9er. Let's see if I can.
Did they build that using a walkie-talkie?
I don't know. They have weird names. I mean, come on. They call their suppressors the Trash Panda, Thunder Chicken, Half Nelson, Full Nelson, Jumbo Shrimp.
Yeah. Well, all those make sense. They're not spelled with numbers that I know of.
That's true.
Well, even
it's just-
usually like
it is
it'll
what
be
it
like a
is.
3 in place of an E, but a 9 in place of an O. I don't even know how that works. I would read
I
it
don't
as
know.
erect niner.
It doesn't really matter.
It
What
doesn't.
does matter and is really important is the ammo prices are going down.
Oh,
we have some of
buddy.
the cheapest ammo we've had in
Yeah.
a while.
Oh, buddy.
You're like, what caliber are you talking about? I'm talking about like
The
9
best
millimeter. I'm
calibers.
talking about 300 black. I'm talking about
All the hits.
5.56.
All the hits.
We're still working on getting some of the some larger rifle calibers like 270, 30-06. I guess 243 is not really a large rifle caliber, but still
Mm-hmm.
working on getting it. We're gonna get some in soon, so stay put.
Stay put.
Stay put for that. We're gonna
Stay
have some
put.
of that. But yeah, if you're like, I wish I could go to the range, but that ammo's so expensive.
Yeah.
It's not anymore. So
No.
stop on by, pick
Stop
some
on
up.
by.
It's actually pretty much almost back to before COVID prices.
Pretty much almost. That's a guarantee right there.
Well, I don't think it'll ever go back to pre-COVID prices just because the cost of everything is so much higher now.
Yeah. Well,
that we
cost of
just
living
can't-
almost always goes up.
So we
Yeah.
just can't sell it that cheap anymore,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
There's some things that you can lock in rates wise. We'll talk about those later.
Yeah, hint, hint, it's behind Trevor.
Yeah, definitely behind me.
Definitely. Right there.
If you're listening
there
on the
it
radio,
is.
Trevor is pointing to a U.S. Law Shield logo, like a professional too.
And if you're looking at our beautiful faces and you're seeing our beautiful shirts here, that beautiful merch, we are selling new merch on the website.
Oh, we got those new flavors on there. You can go head on over to gunshopshow.com.
Trevor, take it away. Show us some of that
Yeah,
beautiful, beautiful merch.
Look, so you can come here if you want to sponsor the Gun Shop Show. If you like what we're doing and you want to throw a few bucks behind us, you can get you to add on the radio. Just fill out a form there on the sponsors tab, and we'll get back in touch with you.
Yeah,
Or-
we'll wait a moment for our sponsors. If you want to sponsor the show, go ahead, stop what you're doing, and do it
Yeah.
right now.
Or if you just want to sponsor us in a different way, you can buy one of our awesome T-shirts. We've got one here called "Arm the Dinosaurs." Because we believe everyone should be armed, especially T-Rexes. You know, they're at a disadvantage.
Big disadvantage.
You know, someone needs to put guns in their
That's
hands.
one thing I love about firearms. They're the ultimate
the vestigials.
equalizer.
And then, which we'll talk more about that later. Also, we've got one here that kind of resembles the, what do you call that movie? The that one with the
Seriously?
dinosaurs.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies, childhood favorite of mine. But I think that T-shirt turned out fantastic.
Oh, it looks so good, dude.
wonderful.
I wish I could have worn it today, but I couldn't find it.
I kind of like the 2A.
The 2A?
shirt also.
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
pretty
the Second
neat
Amendment.
design.
That goes
Yeah.
way back.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the early ones I made.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah.
But speaking of sponsors, I want to thank one of our bestest of sponsors.
The
That is
bestest.
U.S. Law Shield. And they are legal defense for your self-defense. And you're asking, what does that mean? It means that if you get in a self-defense altercation and you are a member of U.S. Law Shield, they will protect you with legal defense. They'll provide you an attorney. He'll do everything for you. You don't have to pay any additional fees for that usage. That membership is extremely reasonable if you use promo code LibertyTree on their uslawshield.com website. You click join now. Use promo code LibertyTree. That's all one word. You get 14 months for the price of 12 months, so essentially 2 months free, and you lock in your rate with Platinum Protection, which locks in your rate at $10.95 a month, which is cheaper than Netflix. And legal defense for your self-defense is more important than Netflix. Stay with us. We're going to have Dan Rife on. We'll be right back. This is
The
Gun Shop Show. You were early, Alan.
Got called out on the Gun Shop Show.
4 easy steps to buying a gun. Step 1. Go to Liberty Tree Guns. Find your perfect gun from our wide selection of new and used firearms. Step 2. Call your significant other. Gain approval of your purchase. Step 3. Realize that you are a strong, confident individual. No one tells you what to do. Step 4. Check out Pay It All Now or 10% down with 90 days to pay using our Freedom Buyers Club. Buy and sell used and new guns, ammo, and more. Liberty Tree Guns. Across from Lowe's in Carthage, or visit us online at libertytreeguns.com.
Our member is involved in a brief road rage incident. One driver cuts off another in traffic, and harsh words and gestures soon follow. After the pleasantries are exchanged, our driver goes on his way assuming the incident is over. However, still agitated, the other driver calls 911 and reports our member as aggressive, possibly having seen a weapon in his hand. In reality, what he saw was our member flipping him the bird. In an incident that can only be described as an overreaction by officers, our member is pulled over. When officers learn that he carries a legal concealed firearm, they arrest him despite a lack of evidence. This incident is just one of numerous member experiences. Be aware when traveling with a firearm. Any aggressive actions made by you, right or wrong, can land you in jail. Don't let it happen to you.
Talk about it. What? Yeah. Here we go. 44,000 business cards. I said 44,000 business cards. I said 44,000 business cards. I said 44. Crap. 44,000.
We're Dirt Road Comedy, and when we're not traveling around in our luxurious RV, we like to listen to a gun shop show.
Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show. If you want to get entered in to win a $100 Liberty Tree gift card, all you have to do is share the feed and tag 5 friends. That's right, Alan. $100.
That's
a lot of money.
That's lofty. That's lofty.
It is, but we're feeling pretty generous today.
Yeah.
I think that's enough
tis
to
the
put
season.
every gun that's on the wall there on layaway.
I would say so.
I think that's accurate, actually.
At least one of them.
Absolutely.
Not all
At least one of them.
but one of them.
You could almost buy this revolver right here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Heritage Rough
Yeah.
Rider.
Yeah. That kind of. You know
Right
what
there.
we should have done?
Boom, right there.
Should have shot the barkeep today. I bet our guest would have liked that.
Should have.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Should've.
forget. I'm a bad person.
We did shoot guns today, but I should introduce our guest.
We should.
He is Dan Rife, the Carthage City Mayor. Dan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you guys asking me to come do this.
Absolutely, man.
Anytime. It was fun. Shooting was fun. We shot some guns today. We talked some COVID stuff today. It's, a normal day in Missouri, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, at least what's becoming normalized, it seems.
But Dan, how are things going in Carthage?
Well, Carthage is doing great. It's COVID has been an experience, but we're doing well.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good.
I tell you, the leadership Dan provided throughout all that was really good. That helped all of our department heads run the departments, with the different protocols that they had to put in place. But, I don't know that any of the citizens of Carthage actually noticed that the services they were being provided changed. And so I think
that's excellent.
That's
did a
good.
great
Yeah.
job
That's
on
good.
that.
Well, just so that our listeners have a little context here, as Logan mentioned, Dan Rife is the mayor of Carthage, and Alan Snow is, I'm not sure which ward you are. You Ward 1?
Ward 4.
Ward 4. I'm Ward 1. I don't know why everybody else is Ward 1 for me, but
Wait, what does that even mean?
There's different wards within the city, and he
Okay.
is the council member of Carthage for Ward 4.
What does Ward 4 cover?
Pretty much everything south and east of Grand and Centennial.
Gotcha.
So the
How many wards are there?
There are 5.
Five.
Gotcha.
So that's why he was talking about.
I know pretty much
brought
nothing
that stuff
of,
up. It's okay.
nothing of
It's okay. I mean, I'm sure Sarcoxy has at least one ward, right?
It's the entire town of Sarcoxy.
You have one council member.
Yeah.
What a council!
I know.
Basically, a council of him.
Stuff
and
just
yours.
really gets done, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's lickety split.
Actually, I don't know how many council members we have.
Who's your mayor?
That's a great question.
Uh-oh.
I think it's Don Triplett, maybe. Is he still the mayor? I don't know. I think he's the mayor.
I bet I'd be willing to guess Dan knows the mayor of Sarcoxy. Dan, do you know the mayor of Sarcoxy?
No, honestly, I don't.
Oh man, I figured y'all had like a hangout or it's like a secret club or something.
Like a mayor's Facebook group or something.
Another
Why
gonna
not?
Be a test.
Right.
I mean, there's the governor's thing for all the governors of all the states. I'm sure. I just would imagine that there's some sort of mayor level thing for city mayors. Secret club, whatnots. So I forget what I was going to say, but I'm going to hold back on the urge to ask you, Dan, what is going in all the places in town where there's construction?
Yeah, what's going on
Stuff
there?
like, what are they putting there? What are they putting over there?
There's lots of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
The new roundabout over there by.
Oh, pretty excited about that.
Yep. Lots and lots of asphalt paving going on.
Oh, tons of that stuff. Was that from the Missouri State letting go of some money?
No, actually, we budget that every year.
Oh, okay.
And we've kind of got everything on a rotation, and we try to do so many a year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's interesting because I noticed my neck of the woods, which is near the old junior high in the River Macon area, got a fresh coat of blacktop, and I'm like, woo! They must be going for all the bells and whistles if they're hitting this side of town. And that intersection or that place down there by where Steadley used to be was under construction for a while, and it doesn't look like it is anymore. Look, they were fixing the bridge or something.
New bridge. Yep. Yep.
Very grateful for all that stuff. I go that way a lot when I come back into town, and got pretty inconvenienced many times getting down there, not realizing that it was still under construction. But
Yeah,
always like the new stuff.
It took a while, but it should be good for quite a few years.
Yeah.
now,
Good.
So.
Do you know what needs fixed? And I don't think Carthage has anything to do with this, but correct me if I'm wrong. The Cloverleaf leaving Carthage to get onto I-44.
Yeah, that's state.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrible.
That would not be us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But it's just so bad.
Well, the irony to me is and obviously this was hearsay through other people, is it was supposed to decrease the risk of accidents, but
The Cloverleaf was?
I guess. I don't know, but I didn't understand how that was going to. And the person that was telling me that, was a little confused.
Maybe if it was bigger.
It's the issues getting on and off the highway, not what you do once you're on or before you get on the highway. That little section of the highway or the bridge where you try to get off and on to the I-44.
Yeah, it's so
scary.
bad. My brother got in a wreck on there a few years ago.
That's no bueno.
No, it's no bueno. I'm seeing wrecks there all the time.
Yeah, I-44 between Carthage and Joplin scares the life out of me.
Hey guys, how about we talk to Dan about shooting today?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
That's why we
Sorry.
had Dan on
You mean
show,
the gun
because he
shop
loves-
show to talk about actual
Let's
guns?
talk about roads on the gun shop show. The
Yeah,
road
for
shop
sure.
show.
Let's do
Thanks,
that.
Alan. Thank you for keeping us
Yeah, I
straight.
appreciate
It's
that.
okay.
Sorry,
Somebody's got to do it.
I just wanted to vent my frustration with that cover leaf.
Right.
And
right.
he's changed, okay.
To someone that doesn't have anything
can
to
do
with
that
that.
thing.
Because I never hear that.
I need to tell someone. I need to tell someone, okay?
Right?
It's driving me crazy.
Gets plenty of complaints, bring him on the show, and we just hammer him with, why is this? Why is that?
Yeah.
But no, actually, we asked Dan to come on and go shooting with us today. Correct me, I don't want to say the wrong thing here, but you are a disabled individual. But you are also a carrier or a CCW. Yeah.
You bet.
So we thought it would be great to have someone with that experience to come on and kind of talk to that and, let people know how that is and why you chose that particular, why you carry, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I think I was in one of the first class or two that was offered when Missouri, approved that CCC, and been doing it ever since. I just feel like in my situation, I like to have that added security.
Right.
I'm not going to outrun anybody. I'm not going to win a foot race, and I like to know that I've got that security if I need it.
Absolutely. We talk about firearms being the great equalizer, and very rarely do we. I don't know. We had Lulu on, and she's someone that I would imagine would benefit from the great equalizer. So we want to speak to that, because in some of the conversations that I've had or I've experienced with people who don't carry or are against firearms, they're like, what do you need a gun for? What are you going to use that for? The government's going to come anyway, and I can do stuff to you. And you try to make that case that it's not necessarily for the people that don't need them as much as it is for the people that do need them. And even the people that you would think don't need them, there's no reason that they shouldn't be able to own them, so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
So about how long have you been carrying, Dan?
Well, since Missouri has approved it, so I can't remember how long that's been, but it's probably been
2016.
No, it was before that, 2010. maybe?
2010.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the CCW thing.
2008.
I'm thinking about
Eight.
it's completely different.
So it's been a
while.
Been a while.
yeah,
Been a while.
early 2000s, yeah.
Excellent. Have you ever had to brandish or use your weapon in any altercation?
Never have.
No.
Nope.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you ever need to, U.S. Law Shield got your back.
Yeah, you're going to want to go ahead and get a little bit of that U.S. Law Shield action in there.
Okay, we're coming up on a break. We'll talk more about what we shot and our experience when we get back. Stay with us. This is, and always has been, the Gun Shop Show.
Hey, podcast listeners and live stream viewers. I wanted to let you know that the Gun Shop Show is made possible by our friends at Mid-America RV. Being in the customer service industry, I have a really high standard for how customers are treated. Mid-America RV does it right. I've got my RV through their dealership, and I've taken it all over the country. We made it to South Padre Island. We've gone to Colorado several times. And if you've ever owned an RV, you know there's a lot that comes with it. So who you get it from matters, and it's extremely important that you have support after the sale. They're located just outside of Carthage. They have a really vast inventory, and they are home of, I believe they call it a forever warranty. So I urge you, if you're in the market for one, to check them out. It's a really fun and can be very affordable way to get your trips in. So visit them at midamericarv.com. We appreciate their support of the Gun Shop Show. If you're in the market for a travel trailer or fifth wheel, check out Mid-America RV.
Game wardens have seen it all. Learn from them. How in the world does a dog shoot a man when proper safety is completely ignored? For example, a Texas hunter was shot and killed by his own dog. With the safety off, the dog stepped on his loaded shotgun in the bed of his pickup truck. somehow his paw got in the trigger guard and discharged the shotgun. Tragically, the 46-year-old math teacher was struck in the thigh and died. A hunter in Minnesota was shot in the leg when his dog jumped aboard his boat. And a bulldog in Florida shot his owner while they were driving to a hunting spot. Believe it or not, these astonishing cases are all true, and game wardens have seen it all. Hunters and anglers, that is why we are so pleased to announce our brand new series of exciting events featuring retired game wardens and experienced lawyers who hunt, whose sole purpose is to keep you safe on the hunt or on the water and on the right side of the law. Each event is designed to give hunters and anglers the essential law that they need to stay out of trouble, plus provide the opportunity for real questions and answers from these highly trained professionals in a fun and interactive manner. If you hunt, fish, or love someone that does, you owe it to yourself to attend. Best of all, it's sponsored by your friends at Texas Law Shield, so you know it will be great. As always, stay armed, stay educated, and register for a sportsman law seminar today.
Hey everybody, Eli here, and I'm really excited to tell you that the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by one of my favorite places on earth. Located here in my hometown of Carthage on the beautiful historic square, the Emporium on the square, and the Woodshed. It's a art gallery, an event center, a gift shop. They have art classes, and there's very unique Americana artwork from famous artists like Andy Thomas. They handle a lot of his originals. Framing just has this incredible old school vibe, and you can feel the history coming through. You have to check out the art gallery, but then as you work your way to the back, my favorite part, the Woodshed, had a lot of great meals in here. They've got burgers. I love their catfish. Excellent. Chicken and waffles even. It's incredible. And it's also a music venue, so we got to see my favorite band of all time, the Ben Miller Band. Ceiling was literally raining down. They were rocking so hard. But the best thing, owned by one of my favorite people on earth, that's Cherry Babcock. Check out the Emporium on the Square and the Woodshed.
If I wasn't watching the Gun Shop Show, I wouldn't be as cool as I am.
This is Dan with the Gun Shop Show, and I'm going to shoot a Hellcat here with the red dot.
A little giddy
smile
there.
at the end, yeah.
So you guys said you weren't going to show me missing.
No, you hit every time. We just muted all the dings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So was that your first time shooting with a red dot?
It was. Yeah. It's that's different.
Mm-hmm. It takes some getting used to finding that dot.
You got to find that dot.
Yeah. Well, that particular firearm there, you requested to shoot that Springfield Hellcat just because you wanted to try it out in comparison to the 365?
You bet.
Yeah.
So I think besides carrying, Dan, you just enjoy going out and shooting, don't you?
Oh yeah. I love to go to the range. You bet. And I'd heard a lot of good things about the Hellcat, and never had gotten to shoot one yet. So yeah. And it shoots well.
Yeah. Are you ready to switch sides yet?
Yeah, no, I think I'll keep my 365.
Yeah.
He's a 365 man.
I'm a 365 man myself.
I am too,
so you're in
but
good company.
I'm starting to tip to the Hellcat side, because last time we went shooting, I did much better with the Hellcat than I did with the 365. Now maybe it's the shooter, maybe it's the gun, I don't know, but I'm going with the gun on this one because
maybe
look like
maybe the moon and stars were aligned.
maybe
it was just
in
the right
broad daylight.
It was just the right.
All the stars
time.
behind the moon.
Everything happened right for Trevor.
Hey, it was a glorious day. I still have that video. I cue it up every morning to give myself a little boost.
Yeah.
So Dan shot this Hellcat here. It's the RDP version. Right here, it comes with a compensator and also a Shield SMSC red dot.
That's
it's a nice
stock?
This is stock
Wow.
from the factory. This is what it comes with.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice package. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck, no pun intended here.
Yeah.
And it's a really nice shooter. I really liked it. Dan, how did you feel about it? How did you feel shooting it?
It shot really, really well. don't have a lot. I don't have anything negative to say about it.
Yeah.
And probably if I spent a little time on it and got used to the red dot, I might be a convert.
Might be swayed.
Yeah, could be, but you know, I've contemplated going to the red dot just because I am getting older and my eyes aren't what they used to be.
Yeah.
But never have made. I've got a green laser on my 365.
Yeah.
And,
one of the things that I found with the red dot, you know, was shooting with both eyes open. You know, it's much easier to get on target. You know, when you shoot with both eyes open, it's hard with your just open sights.
Yeah.
To get on the target, but with the red dot, it's much easier, much quicker. You know, to get on target. And shoot.
I agree. You don't have to line two things up. You know, in depth perception with both eyes is wonky, so it makes good sense to close an eye. Whereas with, you know, you have one thing to line up and two eyes, it doesn't have that depth perception effect that you would have alternatively.
Because it is, you know, you can sight it in just like you would a scope or anything else. So you adjust it for your shooting style and your sight, you know, your eyes. So it really helps.
Yeah, I may go ahead and get one to try it out. I've always thought if I could get used to it, it would probably be better because I'm kind of I'm left-handed, but I'm right-eye dominant. So that you know is kind of an adjustment, but I think the red dot would help a lot in.
Yeah, the contrast. The contrast is really nice on a lot of those. I don't think I've had one. I'd say the ones with the dot I prefer less than the one that we shot on the St. Victor today that had the circle with the dot. I prefer that more. It was easier for me to find the target, but the sight. I guess, you know, I mean, it's a much larger space to be looking at as opposed to a little dot. My issue with them before was always I'd be moving the sight around trying to even find the dot.
Hey, you know, that might even be a good idea for a show is to talk about red dots because there are a lot of different brands.
Definitely.
There are a lot of different dot styles.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, we've shot several different kinds, and so far, those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Now, Dan, I don't know. I mean, you probably have the more traditional, and it's weird to say that about a 365, but does yours have a cutout for a red dot?
No, it doesn't. It was,
okay.
It's an earlier one.
Just one of the standards?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the 365X and 365XL out now that do have the optic cut. And they do sell them a couple models, both with red dots equipped already, some of their Romeo Zeros.
Yeah, we never even shot your Ruger. Didn't you bring your Ruger, Alan?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. I totally forgot you brought that out.
That thing, it didn't come with the sight. You bought it and put it on.
Right, but it came with the slide already cut. It was optic ready.
Right, but that whole package for that particular firearm is pretty affordable. The Ruger Max 9 with the red dot, even in comparison to just the 365. So if you're looking to do high capacity concealed carry with a red dot, you can get into that, I think, for probably about as much as you would get into just a 365 with the slide cut. Am I crazy?
Right.
Am I crazy?
Yeah. No, I think you're right on track there. I think the Ruger Max 9 with a red dot, affordable red dot, would be the same price as a stock 365X or XL.
Yeah, and you get that Ruger reliability too.
And then there's always that Taurus G4 that we shot.
Oh, the GX4? Oh, yeah, that was nice. That come optic ready?
It can't. No, it didn't.
Oh, okay.
No, it didn't. I'm sure they'll come out with an optic ready model in the
I think we
future.
talked about that.
It'd probably be about $50 to $70 more expensive, but that's still a fantastic deal.
Okay.
For what you're getting there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I really think that red dots are the future. I mean, they used to be big, bulky, heavy, unreliable, with really short battery life. But now we have red dots like this size, incredibly lightweight, incredibly durable, can withstand the recoil of your firearm, and have thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of battery life. So it's really become a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, so much so that it may make iron sights obsolete.
Yeah.
I think that's the direction we're going.
Probably, I mean, for me, I would say I would much rather have iron sights and not need them than to not even have them at all. You know, like, cause that's hardware that doesn't require a battery. It requires light, but it doesn't require a battery. So, I mean, to me, it's like, why get rid of it if you don't have to? If it doesn't increase production time, if it doesn't increase production costs, just put the sights on it, but also make them compatible with a red dot. One of these days, I'd be willing to bet they just make a gun with the red dot built into the gun. What do you think about that?
Well, it's possible.
Maybe.
I'm throwing it out there. You know?
But, you know, they've also come a long way now with, you know, the red dots are, most of them are shake and wake to where you don't have to turn them on. That's one of the big disadvantages of some of them is you have to turn it on, where some of them you just shake the gun or
I think
draw the gun.
I think the SMSC is like that.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is that it doesn't have an on or off switch. It just senses your motion as you draw it, and the red dot turns on.
That one was just a dot, right?
This one's just a dot, yes.
Okay.
But I believe it has a shake weight feature.
We should show the difference between the two of that one and the other one. I mean, we can do it right now. But
we can compare them later in the video.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think so too. But I'm just letting you know. I think that would be interesting to show our audience. I don't know why I'm keeping your beautiful blue eyes up on the screen. That aren't
blue eyes. Yeah, I don't have any
your
blue
beautiful
eyes.
non-blue eyes,
brown eyes.
That just got weird.
Anyone else have an opinion on the Hellcat shooting it, the RDP?
I mean, I certainly don't.
One of my biggest complaints with the Hellcat initially was the trigger could have been better, and I believe they upgraded it for the RDP.
Oh, nice.
So this is kind of a Gen 2 trigger, and it's actually really nice.
What was your beef with the trigger?
I just could have been a little bit better. Like the SIG 365 had a better trigger out of the box than the Hellcat did.
Well, that looks more like a straight trigger on that, is it?
No, I mean,
it's hard to see from
when
here.
It breaks. I'm just going to make sure it's.
When you pull the trigger safety back,
when you pull it back, it kind of is just straight.
Yeah,
kind of in a way.
Huh.
Yeah,
but you're saying the overall mechanics of it just better in general.
Yeah, it was a little heavier. It was there was a little creep in it. But it seems like they fixed that. I can check.
Yay. We like it when
there's still some creep, but it's definitely a better trigger.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. We'll talk more about what we shot. We'll shoot the Hellcat Suppressed, which was pretty fun. On, you ready?
Oh yeah,
the Gun Shop Show.
Land is everything to me. When I was born, I was brought home to the family farm, was raised, learned work ethic there, learned appreciation and respect for life and the land itself, and it just became second nature. I had to be there all the time. Whenever I wasn't on the land, I was not happy. But I learned to understand the land, learned to respect it, learned family values. My wife and I have bought a farm besides the one we live on, and it has just been a great investment, and it's been someplace that my son and I have shared the passion of hunting together, and it's just land has been everything in my life. It has kind of kept me focused and gave me a place to be. It's kind of kept me grounded.
Hey, you know what makes this, the Gun Shop Show, possible? It's people who believe in the show. And someone who has believed in the show from the very beginning is my good friend Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply. Here's a message from Chris.
Guys, my name's Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply, and I just want to take a few seconds here to let you know that we are going to be proud sponsors of the Gun Shop Show, and we appreciate everything that them guys are doing over there, and we just want to show them our support. Thank you.
So whether you have 2 chickens or 2,000 acres, Chris is your man. Give him a call. I guess that's pretty much the ad.
Whitehead Farm Supply.
Seriously?
Always.
Hi, I'm Eli Pagginson. When I'm not fighting red flag laws, playing games, or writing, I'm listening to The Gun Shop Show.
Alright, Dan with the Hellcat again, this time shooting suppressed. right.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good shooting.
So, Dan, was that your first time shooting suppressed?
First time shooting suppressed. It
All right.
was, Yep.
And how did you feel about that?
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of fun. Not a lot different. You know, little more nose heavy on the handgun, but not a lot.
Yeah, and that particular suppressor is actually, correct me if I'm wrong, Logan, but it's one of the lightest, if not the lightest suppressor.
Yeah. So in its full configuration, I have it right here. It's the Richter 9 right here. It's, I believe, 8.1 ounces. Each individual baffle here is about half an ounce. And this section down here is about 5 ounces. And this houses your piston and all your assembly stuff. So yeah, it's easily one of the lightest. And if the cool thing about the Erector is it's modular. So it's one of the quietest, if not the quietest 9mm suppressor on the market currently. But it's also the loudest. And you're like, how does that make any sense?
Right.
It's just you can unscrew these baffles like this. So if you wanted a suppressor this short, gonna be louder for sure, but you can do it.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'd be curious, like, even at its smallest configuration, is it hearing safe?
I would say probably not. It probably helps, but I would say you're going to want at least a couple baffles before it gets hearing safe. So this right here, with your end cap on, probably hearing safe. Without those two baffles, probably not.
So I would say, you know, just like when we went out and shot the 22 suppressors, a lot of that sound that you were hearing was the ammo after it broke the sound barrier.
Supersonic.
Downrange.
Yeah,
I was standing pretty close when Dan was shooting that Hellcat, and I did not have hearing protection in, and it did not. To me, it was really quiet.
Yeah, it was totally tolerable. I mean,
it was very
much so.
Yeah, I shot it without ear protection on too, and I mean, all you heard was the clack of the ammo breaking the sound of speed, which I'm pretty sure. I mean, that probably is happening as soon as the round leaves the muzzle, right? Don't you think, or the barrel?
It happens a little downrange. I don't remember how far downrange, but it's a little downrange. Otherwise, there'd be more percussion.
Oh yeah,
and
right where you stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a little different on handguns than it is on rifles because of the length of the barrel, you know, because it speeds up as it's going through the barrel and exiting the barrel.
It's still speeding up until it hits its max velocity.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's ask our guests some questions here.
Sure, let's do that.
So, you know, Dan, I think for someone who is disabled and doesn't carry and may have some reservations about carrying, what are some things that you might share with those individuals that might help them become more comfortable with the idea of taking extra measures to protect themselves?
Well, I think just get out there and go to the range. You know, a lot of the ranges you can rent time on various handguns. You know, talk to friends that have different handguns and try out, see what works best for you. It took me couple of years to figure what carry method worked best for me. You know, so there are lots of things. You know, using a chair that you need to consider that folks that are standing up don't have to consider. So yeah. But don't let that stop you. Get out there and do it.
Absolutely. I mean, the only way to learn is by doing. And, you know, I mean, some folks are a little trepidatious in the beginning and you know, the fear keeps them from doing it. But I mean, just put one round in there and fire it. I mean, once it's spent, there's nothing else to really worry about. Just to kind of get an idea, start with a 22. I mean, there's ways to step into it so you're not ending up with a shockwave like we fired today that's going to have a pretty noticeable kick. Which, by the way, Dan, I assume you put the brakes on your wheelchair. No? Yeah, you didn't budge at all, man.
Live dangerous.
Right. Like, how far back is it really going to push you? But, you know, it was pretty impressive that, I mean, I would have imagined that you would have budged a little bit if the brakes weren't on or off or were off, but you didn't, man. It was kind of surprising. I would assume they were locked in. But another question about carrying. I would imagine being in a wheelchair would offer you some different carrying scenarios.
Options.
And, you probably don't carry inside the waistband, I would imagine.
Actually, I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Is it more of an appendix carry as opposed to like behind your back or like a?
I'm a lefty, so about 9 o'clock, I guess. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay.
But I've tried several different and my issue with you can mount a holster several places on a chair.
Yeah.
Underneath the seat or behind in a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
But my concern with that was, if something happens and you get separated from
Right.
your chair,
Yeah, you're
then
defenseless.
You're without a gun. So-
Yeah, I would imagine if someone were to attack you, the first thing they're going to try to do is separate you
Right.
from your chair.
Right.
So that makes good sense.
Yeah, I decided to go ahead and stick with in the waistband. And, really works well. Haven't had any issues with it.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, I'm sitting here. I mean, in my brain, I'm like, man, you could probably put all kinds of features on a wheelchair to put a firearm in, to kind of sit between your hip and the armrest on those things. That would be usable as well. And I'd be surprised if there wasn't already some sort of things out there like that.
There are lots.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. There have been, lots and lots of folks getting into competition shooting.
Nice.
From chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So they've developed a lot
That's cool.
of clamp on and
That's great.
different types of holsters.
Yeah. I mean, in this day and age, with the Paralympics, just because you are at a disadvantage doesn't mean that you have to stop living and stop experiencing life. You just have to acclimate to it. And, you see lots of folks out there, I saw a gentleman the other day who didn't have any legs from the waist down, and he was built like a brick blank house,
Right.
all in the upper body, doing pull-ups. His back was strong. I'm like, man, that's the way to do it, rather than wallow in pity, and feel sorry for yourself and not experience life. Like, still go experience life, because it's out there. There's so many things you can do. There's nothing that would stop you from doing those things other than your own mentality,
You bet.
So, Dan, you did hunt. Do you still hunt?
I still hunt.
You still hunt?
Excellent.
I've changed what I hunt and how I hunt. I don't do a lot of quail hunting anymore because there's a lot of, walking through fields and that kind of stuff.
Right.
I like the dove hunt because you can pick a spot and kind of wait on the dove. I squirrel hunt, dove hunt, more small game than large. But, but any chance I get to get out and shoot something or shoot guns, anyway, whether it's paper or hunting is a good day.
Right. I'm just imagining a city mayor hunting group. Anything like that exists? Because if it doesn't, it could.
It may now.
Yeah. Get together, hunt some quail, do some secret society stuff, make plans, not tell anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's probably why I'll never be a city mayor.
Yeah.
All right. I'm out of the mayor game, guys. I'm not running.
That's official.
Right. Yeah. You heard it here first on the Gun Shop Show.
Officially.
I've renounced my potential candidacy for mayorship, at least of Carthage. I might go for Sir Coxsey.
That should make you feel comfortable, doesn't it, Mayor?
Much better now.
Right? Yeah.
You can do whatever you want,
You
Sir
can
Coxsey.
check
It doesn't
Trevor-
matter.
The goober.
Check Trevor Smith off of that.
Exactly.
potential
Well, dude, all this
opponents.
footage out here of me being a buffoon would not go well with trying to do a campaign. You're like,
Right.
yeah, do you want this guy? And it cuts to me saying something incredibly
They're like,
dumb.
he wears sunglasses inside.
Yeah,
It's
on a
not
show.
good.
Mhm. He wears sunglasses on a podcast. See, there's something wrong with that. Something I was going to
Women's
mention
sunglasses.
about the site. What's that called? Red Dot?
Oh, yeah.
A nice
Right
feature
here.
of those that I don't think gets brought up enough is it can be used to pull the slide back. They are strong enough that you can
Like this.
put that on something and pull that slide back, which may or may not be helpful to someone in a wheelchair who may struggle with, the strength of pulling a slide back, because you can push down much harder. Use your body weight to push down.
Yeah.
And then be ready
not
to go.
just for someone in a wheelchair, but anyone with some kind of disability where they only have
hand strength issues.
Yeah, or can only use one arm. Yeah, for sure. You could put this against pretty much anything and just push hard enough and cycle it.
And see, my misconception of those before I even saw that happen is like, why would you do that to electronics? Like, I would never put pressure on my phone like that. Why would I do that to that? But no, those things are way sturdier than they look. Now, obviously, you wouldn't want to do anything that puts hyper focus on the lens.
No, not necessarily. But this has a nice little... There's a little space where you can push on it without necessarily just crushing the lens.
Yeah.
Kind of here.
It's got a shroud around it.
Yeah, it does. And
pretty
you can't really see it, but there's just a little ledge, just enough for you to push on it if need be.
Little nudge.
Now, there's also iron sights that are like that.
Yeah.
That are just a little bit more substantial for you to do that, but the red dot is significantly easier.
Well, if you're watching us on KODE, you should join us on the internets. Check
on
it out.
the Gun Shop Show.
Go ahead and cut away there.
People are always asking me, Eli, you seem to get the best deals on things. What is your secret?
Glory actions and estate sales.
Trevor, I appreciate you jingling, but I have to say the ad part first because people need to know about the company.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to do
And then also, it's it's covering up my face. So just get a picture like from their Facebook page because that's the best place, and then just put it right up here where the Gun Shop Show logo is. Okay.
All right. I'll do better this
and
time.
then and so let me finish the ad, and then you can jingle. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the best place to go is their Facebook page.
Oh, glory actions and estate sales.
You know what? Fine. I'll just move in between the graphics and finish telling people that the best place to find out when old
glory actions and estate sales. I think I got it that time, man.
Our member's girlfriend is on her way to pick up her kids from her ex-husband's house. She asked our member to tag along because of her ex's temper. As they arrive at the home, her ex emerges yelling and gesturing. He approaches his ex-wife and grabs her, attempting to drag her inside. Fearing for her life, our member, a trained CHL holder, jumps out of the car with his gun drawn and demands the ex-husband release her. Seeing the gun, the assailant retreats. The situation then takes a bizarre turn as the assailant dials 911 to report our member. As a result of the aggressor's lies, our member was wrongfully arrested. Our member had to undergo lengthy legal proceedings. However, he was ultimately cleared of all charges.
Buckle up, because belts just got better. With Core Essentials, the perfect fit every time. With 40 plus sizing positions. Styles for any situation. Whether in the boardroom crushing sales and taking names, on your next adventure, in the great outdoors, or when you're done for the day and ready to relax. Get your perfect fit with Core Essentials.
4 easy steps to buying a gun. Step 1. Go to Liberty Tree Guns. Find your perfect gun from our wide selection of new and used firearms. Step 2. Call your significant other. Gain approval of your purchase. Step 3. Realize that you are a strong, confident individual. No one tells you what to do. Step 4. Check out Pay It All Now or 10% down with 90 days to pay using our Freedom Buyers Club. Buy and sell used and new guns, ammo, and more. Liberty Tree Guns. Across from Lowe's in Carthage, or visit us online at libertytreeguns.com.
The Gun Shop Show costs money to make, and the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by pecans and cheese. Not really. Actually, we didn't have any sponsors for this segment, and so I decided that I would take a snack break, and also I decided if you guys are tired of listening to me eat cheese and nuts, that you need to buy an ad. So from now on, if our ad sponsorships don't sell out, you're going to have to listen to me eat nuts and cheese. In order to sponsor the Gun Shop Show, send us an email at thegunshopshow@gmail.com.
Next week, chips.
Hey there. We got your lab results back. It looks like you have a fever, and the only prescription is more Gun Shop Show.
The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. What is it? We don't know. The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. Here we go, it's the Gun Shop Show.
Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show. If you want to get entered in to win this $100 gift card, all you have to do is share the feed and tag 5 friends.
I have an enormous family who are all sharing and tagging right now for me. Do you think that's unethical?
Here's the thing. You won't be entered to win. Your family will be, but you...
Oh. Well, we have a deal.
Trevor doesn't have,
do you?
Trevor doesn't have friends, so he has to have family.
Yeah, I got to lord stuff over their head.
Isn't Lulu your friend 5 times?
Oh, yeah.
At least in one show. I don't know if she's still 5 times my friend.
I don't know why you sang that.
I don't know either.
Yeah, Trevor's one of those guys that calls. He doesn't tag. He calls.
Calls?
Yeah.
Like I call people?
Calls 5 friends.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
The show's on.
Yeah, wrong show. I think that might be more like, what is it? How to Be a Millionaire? Or what's that show?
Oh, yeah. The Phone a Friend.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, I'd be like, I'll just call you Regis.
Oh, I saw I saw someone cheat on that once.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they caught him. The way he would do it is as... He had someone in the audience. They would cough every time Regis read the correct answer.
Oh, weird.
So it was like A, blah, 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 B, blah, 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 C, blah, 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 and you hear in the background. And so he'd be like, it's C. And he won the $1 million.
Nice.
They caught him, and they were like, no.
Prove it. Prove it. That's what I would be saying.
Right.
Prove it. That man has a coughing issue. That's not my fault.
Well, it would be weird if it was every answer he coughed.
Right.
Maybe like 3 or 4, you could probably get away with it.
Well,
but every
you know how the
answer?
first one's like crazy easy, you know? Like, what's black? Blue? Green? Black or white? And he's like coughing at black. But, I mean, when they get a little harder, you know, he's out there on his phone.
So,
looking it up.
Don't you just think, I mean, the guy that was actually the contestant, the guy coughing, we're probably splitting the money.
Oh, I would hope so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not just have the guy in the audience that's coughing be the contestant?
I'm sure he was cheating.
Yeah, I'm sure he was looking the stuff up.
Yeah, question. Yeah, he had to be.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd be surprised if he was just the brainiac, but maybe they both were. Because I think everybody in the audience, they all get a chance to try to get in, right? They have the little thing. Why are we talking about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I don't know. Anyway, back to guns. I wanted to point something out about, and here's the Hellcat with the erector. This is what Dan shot. There it is. And I wanted to point out something interesting about 9mm cans on guns.
Yeah.
Or
And
pretty much any
street.
pistol calibered suppressor on guns without fixed barrels. So when you have a suppressor, it adds weight to your entire system here. So in order for this Hellcat to cycle an additional 8 ounces, which normally if you just added 8 ounces to this, it probably would fail.
Yeah.
It wouldn't cycle properly. And to counter that, in this assembly system here, you have a booster or piston, which essentially, as this slide comes back like this, comes back and cycles that next round, this suppressor is actually moving forward, and you can see it here. See that movement? It's moving forward to counteract that and momentarily suspend the weight of the suppressor until the firearm has cycled.
Right.
It's what keeps handguns with suppressors reliable. Now, with a fixed barrel, you don't have to worry about that because there's nothing reciprocating. Well, at least the barrel's not.
Right.
So I just wanted to point that out for people that were wondering.
Well, we also found out that particular configuration altogether had a little bit of spray, a little blowback spray.
It did. It did. And most of I'm not sure of any pistol caliber suppressors that won't. But yeah, the additional blowback gases are coming out the injection port. And being this close, and I made sure the gun was unloaded, you have some of that spray coming back, and we kind of felt it hit us.
Yeah, which, by the way, just underscores the need for eye protection.
Big time, especially when shooting suppressed.
Yeah. I mean, because we've shot a lot of suppressed stuff, and that was the first time I remember getting hit with anything. in the face.
Yeah.
Have you experienced it? At least I don't know. We did with the 22s.
No, we didn't with the 22s.
Probably not enough compression.
Probably not.
I think on the 22s, on my pistol, the TX22.
Did you feel it?
I think we got a little bit on our hands, but not on the face.
Okay.
Yeah. At least I remember getting a little bit of back spray on my hands.
So yeah, we should definitely do some more testing with different firearms with fixed barrels and whatnot, and see. I know that if you suppress like an AR and AK, you don't necessarily get a bunch of stuff just smacking you in the face, but there's a lot of additional gases that can really choke you up. They'll start burning your eyes after a while.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, even outside?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's kind of surprising. Like, it would just hover around your head like that?
Well, it's pretty much you're holding so it's right here. All the gas is right here.
Yeah, because you're constantly pulling the trigger, you'd be constantly getting gassed in the face.
Yeah, so they're making, like, CGS makes a pretty good suppressor that I've heard has low blowback, which is all those additional gases going back into your system. So we'll have to do some testing.
Yeah,
but anyway, we Dan, you also shot a Springfield St. Victor. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's a pistol version.
We did.
Let's roll some. Do we have footage of that? We did, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and roll some footage of that. We can talk about it. I think we put an EOTech on
This is Dan on the Gun Shop Show. I'm going to shoot a Springfield St. Victor.
Springfield St. Victor. Looks like a little baby gun. It really looks like the Springfield. Bringing steel.
I hear some ringing on that target.
Yeah, I managed to do a little better with that one.
That was some good shooting.
Absolutely, it was.
Which I'm kind of surprised because last minute we just threw that EOTech on, and for whatever reason it was on.
It was on.
Oh yeah,
Hey, Dan, I might suggest that might be your next gun. Maybe you ought to get you one.
Yeah.
Well, so Dan, how did you feel about firing? I'm sure you've shot that style of firearm before.
I've got a full-sized AR, and but yeah, it's a little different, but pretty comfortable.
Yeah,
no problem at all.
Anything surprise you about that configuration at all?
No, not really. I mean, I think it's obviously it's louder, the barrel's shorter, and it's obviously you don't want to be around that without hearing protection.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Oh, for sure.
Obviously,
even suppressed,
right?
Probably still be pretty loud.
Yeah. Well, that particular red dot was the one that we were talking about earlier that had the circle and crosshairs.
It's technically not a red dot.
Oh, well.
It's a holographic sight.
Oh.
And that comes with some pros and cons. One of the pros being the objective is absolutely fantastic. It's easy to pick up. It's called the donut of death.
Did you say objective? Okay.
Let me see if I can turn it on here.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm going to make sure it's not loaded. We're not loaded. Chamber is open. Try this for the audience if you haven't seen an EOTech.
You almost had to tip it. There
we go. You guys see that?
See, that, in my opinion, beats just the dot alone.
Oh, absolutely. And that donut of death serves multiple purposes. Like the red dot there in the middle, you can sight that in for like 50 to 100 yards.
Yeah.
And that the bottom of the line there, that circle, it's usually on at 200 yards. And then you have certain dots that have, or certain EOTechs that have 2 dots, have 4 dots. So you can do like 50, 100, 200, 250. So it's a really nice optic. The biggest drawback really is battery life. So on this shield here with the red dot, you're looking at several thousand. I think they make some to like.
Can you show that
20,
dot?
Yeah, I can try it too.
Yeah, I think some of them are like 20,000 hours.
Some of the like
that's impressive.
AR red dots are like 50,000.
But the holograms are vastly more consumable of energy.
Significantly.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and something else it was kind of in there. It's hard to get in there, but
it's just a little circle dot.
It's like basically the middle of that donut.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the problem with the holographics, like I was saying, is the battery life is about 600 to 1,000 hours, depending on what you get. So you're getting significantly less lifetime out of it, or battery life, not lifetime.
Right. Well, you'd think with how monstrous, and that's just my opinion, that it is, it would at least come with some solar panels or something to help keep it alive.
And it may do that. If you want to look up how an EOTech works, there was a pretty good diagram, like a picture of how exactly they work.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up here.
You can change the brightness on it. You know, you can make it brighter or dimmer depending on, you know, how bright or dim it is where you're shooting. So that's a good feature of that EOTech.
Yeah, the EOTechs, the biggest pros usually they're fantastic with night vision. They're the parallax. There's zero parallax.
Parallax, huh?
Parallax,
like this kind of parallax, where image moves over image.
So what I'm meaning is that if you have the red dot or the holographic sight on a target, and you move your head around like this, that holographic will still be on that target.
Oh, okay.
So bad parallax is like you do this,
and it moves with you.
And it's moving.
Yeah, okay.
That's bad. You
I thought I was
you don't want
understanding
that.
right.
Just in case you don't have a good cheek weld or you don't have the red dot exactly centered, you want to still be able to hit the target.
Well, my cheek weld is top notch.
So
is this the schematic you're looking at?
That's the diagram of how it works.
Okay.
It essentially
so
bounces
a
that
series of mirrors, essentially.
And then you get your holographic image out the other side. Now, normally with a red dot, there's just a red dot. It's like one line. If you want to find a diagram for that real quick.
Oh, what am I looking for?
It's much simpler. Yeah, how a red dot works.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Much, much simpler. And because of that, it doesn't require as much battery.
So I'm going to look for it here. Let's keep. Here we go. Is this looking good?
Yes,
here?
that's actually comparison. Perfect. Perfect.
Open image in new tab.
Okay.
I'm going to learn how to compute.
You got this. You got this.
Look at me.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah. And then zoom.
So on the left there, you got your EOTech, your holographic. Look at all those mirrors and how it's bouncing off, and how
it looks like a fun house. Looks like a fun house.
And on the right side is a red dot. So much simpler.
Oh wow, yeah.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, couldn't they do that with the circles and the dot?
Well, they can.
What's up? What's up, they?
It's just a different way of doing pretty much the same thing, kind of in a way. Okay, we'll be right back. We'll talk more guns when we get back on the Gun Shop Show.
Stafford.
Hey, podcast listeners and live stream viewers. I wanted to let you know that the Gun Shop Show is made possible by our friends at Mid-America RV. Being in the customer service industry, I have a really high standard for how customers are treated. Mid-America RV does it right. I've got my RV through their dealership, and I've taken it all over the country. We made it to South Padre Island. We've gone to Colorado several times. And if you've ever owned an RV, you know there's a lot that comes with it. So who you get it from matters, and it's extremely important that you have support after the sale. They're located just outside of Carthage. They have a really vast inventory, and they are home of, I believe they call it a forever warranty. So I urge you, if you're in the market for one, to check them out. It's a really fun and can be very affordable way to get your trips in. So visit them at midamericarv.com. We appreciate their support of the Gun Shop Show. If you're in the market for a travel trailer or fifth wheel, check out Mid-America RV.
Talk about it. What? Yeah. Here we go. 44,000 business cards. I said 44,000 business cards. I said 44,000 business cards. I said 44. Crap. 44,000.
Hey everybody, Eli here, and I'm really excited to tell you that the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by one of my favorite places on earth. Located here in my hometown of Carthage on the beautiful historic square, the Emporium on the square, and the Woodshed. It's a art gallery, an event center, a gift shop. They have art classes, and there's very unique Americana artwork from famous artists like Andy Thomas. They handle a lot of his original framing ceiling just has this incredible old school vibe, and you can feel the history coming through. Have to check out the art gallery, but then as you work your way to the back, my favorite part, the woodshed, had a lot of great meals in here. They've got burgers. I love their catfish. Excellent. Chicken and waffles even. It's incredible. And it's also a music venue, so we got to see my favorite band of all time, the Ben Miller Band. Ceiling was literally raining down. They were rocking so hard. But the best thing, owned by one of my favorite people on earth, that's Cherry Babcock. Check out the Emporium on the Square and the Woodshed.
Listen here, Pilgrim. This here is the Gun Shop Show.
Dan on the Gun Shop Show shooting an AK pistol.
A lot of rustling there.
I forget that Dan was left-handed.
Yeah. What's up with that, Dan?
Yeah, what's going on there?
I'm gonna have to talk about that. Yeah, all right. Just another day.
So
Just
that
another
was
day
the
shooting AKs.
Century Arms Mini Draco.
Oh. Would you say that our giveaway item today
You guys
would
looking
be?
at this? You talking about this?
Oh yeah, I'm talking about
this?
that. Do you think that'd be enough to put that on the Freedom Buyers Club?
It would.
Oh,
it would. I believe so because this gift card right here that we're giving away is $100.
100?
All you have to do to be entered is share the feed and tag 5 friends. And I know for a fact that AK back actually is up here. It's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Yeah, the one with the shark
is
fin?
less than $1,000.
Oh, you know that for a fact.
For a fact.
All right. All right.
So you could
Your
definitely put it on
reputation's-
layaway.
Your reputation's
using the Freedom
on there.
Buyers Club with this $100 gift card that all you have to do is share the feed and tag 5 friends.
Yeah.
And you get entered in for a chance to win.
And what if I didn't know what the Freedom Buyers Club? Can you explain it to me like I'm 5?
Yeah, I can do
Okay.
that. So essentially, we wanted to be able to have pretty much a club that offered our customers a lot of extra features at no cost to them.
Yeah.
So that's where we came up with the Freedom Buyers Club. We thought we'd throw in our layaway program there. And we have some other stuff coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, like some free bucks for
some
referrals.
freedom bucks for referrals.
Yeah.
Maybe some giveaways for people that have layaways.
Maybe
we
see.
pay off your
Yeah,
layaway.
as if people are on good behavior. Yeah, we're gonna need you to be on good behavior, folks.
So yeah, that's just another thing the Liberty Tree offers you guys, the customers, the supporters, to make it a little more
fun.
Essentially, yeah.
Fun,
a little
keep you
more
on
fun.
schedule.
You refer a friend, you get money off your layaway. You refer enough friends, your layaway is paid off. You pretty much paid zero for it. I mean, who doesn't want to get free guns?
I want free
Am I
guns.
right? Am I right?
Is anybody here opposed to free guns?
Okay.
You hear that? Resounding sound of silence. Yeah.
Unanimous vote against.
Exactly. So, Dan, I assume you have fired an AK before.
Not a pistol.
Oh, okay. So that was your first time with that one as well.
How was that, Dan?
Yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed that. Gosh, I'm leaving here probably going to have to make some new purchases.
And which is not our intention. Hint.
See how that goes.
Bring them in, interview them, make them walk through a bunch of guns afterwards. You get that fever. You really want it. Well, it's not intended.
And
but,
then we're like,
it
you
happens.
can't leave without buying a gun.
Right.
And they laugh. And then we're like, we're serious.
Right. And they're like, I'm calling the cops. We're like, no, we're not. Or no, you're not.
And then we're like, we are the cops.
Right. So probably not going to want to try to conceal carry that AK, but still fun to shoot.
Yeah, no, but it was a lot of fun to shoot.
Yeah, I enjoy shooting them too. It's such I don't know, to me it's more of a relic than it is anything else. I like shooting them just because they have so much character and so much history. I like the AK style over the AR, but that doesn't mean that I don't like the AR people, okay? So stop with the hate mail. I like ARs.
I like shooting against a bigger target rather than the gong that we had out there, because I like to just let loose and, not have to worry about getting on target every time.
Right.
And not hitting anything and just emptying a mag. That's what I like really about those higher capacity guns. It's
right.
just blowing through the mag.
Right. Not everything has to be sniper elite.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to spray and pray.
Yeah.
For sure. Motion. That's what the machine gun's all about. Which, speaking of which, we should go shoot machine guns again with our friend Mike, Machine Gun Mike.
Oh, I miss Machine Gun Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And it is machine guns.
It's been a while since we've seen him.
But the reason, Dan, that I wanted you to shoot an AR and an AK was, one, just for fun, because they're super fun. They're one of the most fun firearms to shoot. But also because they had different brace configurations. Which one would you say you preferred? The AR or the AK?
I think I liked the brace on the AK better than
really
the shark fin, the hard plastic.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which that's a pistol brace, right?
Yeah.
By all intents and purposes.
I'll show you.
Yeah. So we had that one, which is the shark fin type, and then we had the other one that is meant to go around your arm. Which, as a matter of fact, those the stabilizing braces, at least the Velcro ones, those were made for specifically for people with disabilities, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the AK here. It's kind of a shockwave brace, I believe is what it's called. So it's nice, thin. I made sure the gun was unloaded. There's that. So it's just plastic. It's just a nice, thin plastic line that you would normally, I believe, before they said, hey, you can shoulder these, you could put it up to your cheek like this, not shouldered. Kind of get a cheek weld there. And that was kind of nice. But the thing about this brace, this specific brace, wow, if I could talk, it's not adjustable. So your length of pull is going to be the same regardless.
Yeah.
Now,
so I mean, that particular one there, I'm kind of surprised that our guest had a preference for that one, because that one doesn't seem like it would be really that
comfortable.
Yeah, practical or comfortable. It's hard plastic, it's rigid, but I mean, I honestly didn't even notice the difference.
I think we might have an AK fan.
Yeah,
is what it is. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
but
he'll do anything for the AKs.
But with your AR here, and once again, I made sure this was unloaded. You have this nice. It's kind of this bottom section is rubbery, where this top is more hard plastic. But there's more surface area here for you to actually shoulder it.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have this Velcro here that you can unstrap.
Right.
You can open that up, and you can actually wrap it. You can put your arm through it, lock it onto your arm to help with some of that recoil.
Which was, like I said, made with the intention for individuals that need that little extra stabilization.
Absolutely. Now, the reason I like this brace better, besides the additional surface area, is that it's also adjustable.
Oh, yeah.
For your length of pull.
Yeah.
Which would help someone with a disability, or just anyone in general, because we're all built different.
Yeah, exactly. Not everybody's elbow to wrist
people have
ratios the same.
Shorter arms, longer arms, whatnot. So it's nice to have that kind of customizability to your personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of why I prefer it.
Yeah.
But I was just curious what you thought, Dan. Kind of surprised me, honestly.
Yeah, we thought you were a red-blooded American. Right. Well, this is America. We take everything and make it American, including AK-47s. I would like to think.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, you want to talk about that later?
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
You are the VP. You should probably pull me into your office and have a.
It's just that the U.S. made AKs.
Yeah,
they're not the same.
Not the same as the Comrade versions.
No. The Comrade versions.
Top notch.
Yes. But really, there are some companies that make fantastic U.S. made AKs. They're just a little more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they kind of stopped importing on certain AKs, I think pretty much all, you don't really get those really well-made AKs in anymore. And if you find them, they're super expensive.
Well, I mean, like, how hard is it to make it? It's been around for pretty much since the dawn of time. Like, have we not gotten it ironed out by now?
It should be pretty easy, but it depends on the materials, really.
Yeah.
Cheaper materials, not as reliable. The parts break, which on an AK is not acceptable, because AKs are just tanks essentially.
Yeah.
So
you should be able to run it over with a tank and it still work.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I hear.
Well, that's pretty much how durable AKs are. Yeah. Actually, AKs and ARs are pretty much identical in reliability. On the Gun Shop Show.
People are always asking me, Eli, you seem to get the best deals on things. What is your secret?
Glory actions and estate sales.
Trevor, I appreciate you jingling, but I have to say the ad part first because people need to know about the company.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to do
And
that.
then also, it's
Okay.
it's covering up my
Yeah.
face. So
All right. I'll
just
get it
get
together.
a picture like from their
Okay.
Facebook page
Yeah, I
because
got-
that's the
I
best
got one here.
place, and then just put it right up here where the Gun Shop Show logo is.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll do better this
And
time.
then, and so let me finish the ad, and then you can jingle, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the best place to go is their Facebook page.
Oh, Glory Auctions and estate sales.
You know what? Fine. I'll just move in between the graphics and finish telling people that the best place to find out when
Oh, Glory Auctions and estate sales. I think I got it that time, man.
Land is everything to me. When I was born, I was brought home to the family farm, was raised, learned work ethic there, learned appreciation and respect for life and the land itself, and it just became second nature. I had to be there all the time. Whenever I wasn't on the land, I was not happy. But I learned to understand the land, learned to respect it, learned family values. My wife and I have bought a farm besides the one we live on, and it has just been it's been a great investment, and it's been someplace that my son and I have shared the passion of hunting together, and it's just land has been everything in my life. It has kind of kept me focused and gave me a place to be. It's kind of kept me grounded.
Hey, you know what makes this, the Gun Shop Show, possible? It's people who believe in the show. And someone who has believed in the show from the very beginning is my good friend Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply. Here's a message from Chris.
Guys, my name's Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply, and I just want to take a few seconds here to let you know that we are going to be proud sponsors of the Gun Shop Show, and we appreciate everything that them guys are doing over there, and we just want to show them our support. Thank you.
So whether you have 2 chickens or 2,000 acres, Chris is your man. Give him a call. I guess that's pretty much the ad.
Whitehead Farm Supply.
Seriously?
Always.
I'm Lulu, and I watch the Gun Shop Show because all the fellers are handsome.
How's it going? Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show. We're giving away this $100 Liberty Tree gift card. All you have to do to get entered in for a chance to win is share the feed and tag 5 friends.
Yeah.
And before you make me forget, Alan, we need to give away
don't make
the $100 gift card we did from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We completely forgot to announce the winner.
Yeah.
Okay. The
We're gonna do
winner
that?
of the $100 gift card from 2 weeks ago, because we're terrible, is Bobby Bowen.
Bobby
Congratulations,
Bowen.
Bobby.
Yeah.
That $100 gift card is yours. All you need to do is reach out to us or visit us in store. We'll get you hooked up with that. Last week, we gave away some hats. Let's announce the winner of those hats.
Yeah, let's do that
before I
hat real
forget. We're
quick.
talking about these hats here.
Yeah.
And if your name is called, you get to pick any one of these 3 hats. That's kind of hard to see.
Oh, yeah, it's real hard to see.
And then
Yeah.
the good old Richardson here,
that
which is my
Richardson.
personal favorite.
Which, by the way, our friend and sponsor at Mid-America RV had his eyes on one of those Richardsons. Did you
Very
happen to hold
nice.
one back for him?
I did.
Okay,
I
good,
did. He
good.
can feel free to come in and get
Yeah,
one. anytime.
Mr. Schmutz.
Good old Schmutzy.
Holler at us and we'll get you that hat.
Put those winners of those hats, and once again, you get to pick the hat out of those 3 I just showed you. Let's get a drum roll going, please. The first winner is David Pritchard. Congratulations, David. We have a Jessica Bognier, second winner, and then the third winner is Mary Lowe.
Yes, thank you all for sharing and watching and tagging.
Appreciate all the support.
Hanging out with us while we talk about guns and
do stuff.
Be quasi-professional.
Do you know what we also shot?
A Shockwave?
A Mossberg Shockwave
yeah,
12
we did.
gauge.
From the hip, too.
And Dan shot one of those. You want to go ahead and roll some footage of that?
Yeah, let me go ahead and roll that footage.
Let's go ahead and find some of
we just
that's
go ahead
not
and
the right
get it.
there. We go. That's what we're looking for.
Now we're cooking with Crisco. Here we go.
This is Dan on the Gun Shop Show shooting a Shockwave.
About ready to feel those shock waves.
Maybe that's why it's called the shock.
Yeah, you think? It's like, how do you
Never
feel
put two
about
and
a
two together.
strong wrist? Your opinion's going to change real fast.
That recoil fantastically. Because that
I
had
got a
some-
little bit of kickback
That
there.
had some kick to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan, how'd you feel about that?
I enjoy those. I've shot older ones, you know, in the past. Never the Shockwave. The grip is a little different than the old style pistol grip, but really not a problem to shoot.
Yeah. Now, was there a? Do you guys happen to know why they went from a pistol grip to that particular grip style? Anybody?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay. What is it, dude?
Oh, you want the answer?
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious.
I think it had something to do with ATF laws and regulations. So let me grab the shotgun real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and grab that shotgun.
So we're calling this a shotgun, but it's not technically a shotgun because of this little pistol grip here. Or not, it's not a pistol grip, it's a bird's head grip. But because of this little here, it's considered a other. It's an other firearm instead of a shotgun.
Huh.
And there's different stipulations that apply to that. I think if you put a pistol grip on it, maybe there's some problems.
Like a retroactive pistol grip? Like aftermarket?
Or I don't think you can make, and I could be wrong, a shotgun this short with a pistol grip. I could be wrong.
I just don't understand the premise of that. Why? I mean, I know the government said no, but
because the government said no.
I mean, does it really decrease or increase your? Why would you want to make a gun less? I don't know.
User friendly.
Yeah, user friendly.
I think because
accurate.
because of the regulations you have with the ATF, if you wanted a home defense shotgun, which is really what you're looking for, is a short-barreled shotgun that has a pistol grip and has a adjustable stock. Which, I mean, honestly, all you need is pretty much this or that. So maybe like a 10-inch barrel or something like that, just for your home. So it's easy to maneuver, easy to use. You can't do that. You have to have at least an 18.5-inch barrel in your shotgun, and then you'll have to have a full stock. And it's just there's too much going on, and it then becomes harder to use for home defense.
Yeah.
So something like this kind of fills that gap where what you really need is a shorter shotgun with the stock. And this is kind of it. This is what we get with those regulations.
Yeah, it's kind of a deformity to some degree.
Now it's nice and light, easy to use, easy to shoot for the most part, as long as you can maintain or not maintain, but tame that recoil. So it would be a good home defense gun, or at least a good backup home defense gun, or something like that.
I really like that pump strap. You know, strap
that keeps your hand on it.
Four strap that keeps your hand on it.
And Alan's talking about this strap
It
right here.
really reduces the bounce
right
or,
here.
or the
it gives you a little more
the flare up. I would call it when you shoot the shotgun. The barrel wants to come up on you.
A little extra point of connection.
Yeah, that really helped.
Well, that particular Mossberg reminds me a lot of the Whippet gun stuff that we talked about from the Bonnie and Clyde episode. And we took out a Mossberg Shockwave and we tried to hide it under, famously from my coral colored bathrobe, I revealed a shotgun and fired off a couple blasters.
He whipped it out.
Yeah, hence the Whippet gun.
The shotgun.
Right. Yeah, I was fully clothed under the bathrobe. Thank you. But so what we kind of crossed over with that episode was it was kind of that gangster era is where the ATF kind of got its footing, if I remember correctly, and they they passed the. Correct. I can't remember what the stuff's called off the top of my head, where you can't own machine guns anymore. National Firearms Act, NFA. Is that right, guys? Okay. So they passed the NFA Act as a result of all that. And here we are all these years later. We still have a relic or a weapon that was used similar to what those gangsters were using to hold up banks. Still have it. So, what was the point? I mean, I guess machine guns were much scarier at that time if you were a police officer.
Yeah, because you were just being outgunned.
Yeah. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they didn't even have the firepower to combat the gangster era of that time.
Most
they had 6-shot revolvers.
Yeah, most small
of them.
law enforcement departments, law departments.
Guys,
they didn't have anything to combat a machine gun.
I kind of miss doing those episodes. Maybe we'll do one of those one of these days.
We need to do the Guns of Batman.
Of Batman?
Mm-hmm.
You know I want to do Batman.
I know, right? It doesn't make any sense because he's anti-gun.
Well, he is, but
anti-using guns.
his enemies aren't anti-gun.
No, not even a little bit.
No, and Joker's shooting everybody. That's why Batman's out there trying to fight.
20-inch revolver.
We talk about Batman way too much on this show.
Yeah, we do. I just like it.
It's a modern day Sherlock Holmes.
But Dan, I wanted to ask you before I forget. Do you do a lot of clay pigeon shooting?
I used to. Haven't done a lot lately, but yeah, I love it.
I mean, it's one of the most fun things you can do with firearms.
Oh yeah,
I would.
It could be considered one of the fun, the most fun thing you can do with firearms.
Yeah,
it's just a blast to shoot.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's target shooting, but on the move. Yeah.
Yeah. No, years ago, I used to trap and skeet both, but haven't lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a space to do that over here.
We do.
That would be great.
That would be awesome.
Great little business. I don't know. I mean, the regulations that come with owning an indoor
the insurance is crazy, I guess.
HVAC,
which makes sense.
HVAC is the other thing. You have to keep that lead free, and so I mean, I say that's the bulk of the cost. And then you build a business with that system in it, and it goes under. You have to sell it. Now you have to sell it. Find somebody else who wants to own a firing range.
Yeah,
because I mean, who else would need that HVAC system? But outdoors, not so much, right? So I mean, it'd still be kind of nice to have a place to go shoot clay pigeons that's just open to the public.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, just somebody in this area. Let's do this.
Maybe we knew someone.
Yeah, maybe if we knew someone
who
could
set something up.
Knew some people. I mean, I feel like there's someone around here that would try to push that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Awkward.
Well, anyway.
Let's waste the last minute just going, Yeah. I was joking and we were actually.
Remember when we remember our theme song, the Gun Shop Show? What is it we don't know?
Yeah. 68 episodes. Still trying to figure that out.
Figuring
guys.
it out.
Yeah. We're merging. We're moving through all kinds of different things.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Now,
spinning up that time, man. Tell them about that giveaway again.
Oh, you mean this giveaway right here?
Oh yeah. Get it before we go to the last segment.
So this is a $100 gift card to Liberty Tree Guns. Okay. And if you want to get entered in for a chance to win that, all you have to do is share the feed and tag 5 friends. It's super simple. You might as well do it and support us. We'll be right back on the Gun Shop Show.
We all know that you are more than within your right to shoot an intruder that is in your home. However, what if you do everything right and once the smoke clears, the situation is not quite as it seemed? Well, that is exactly what happened to fellow member Isabella in this story.
So I just put my house on the market because I wasn't living in a good neighborhood and my home had been broken into before. One night, my realtor called and asked to show my home at 6:30. I thought, yeah, this is perfect. I'll go to the gym. When I got home around 8:15, I set the alarm and jumped in the shower. About 5 minutes later, the alarm went off. I rushed out of the shower to grab my gun. As I turned the corner, a man was standing near my front door in all black. I repeatedly yelled at him, "Leave or I'll shoot." Out of the corner of my eye, I saw someone else dart in front of him. He turned towards me. So I shot. Suddenly, I realized the second person was my realtor.
The truth is, you never know how events will unfold. Isabella was not criminally charged, but shortly after she faced a civil lawsuit. With the help of U.S. Law Shield, Isabella was advised through the whole legal process and paid 0 attorney's fees. Remember, criminals never take a vacation. Be armed, stay educated, and get protected with U.S. Law Shield.
The Gun Shop Show, brought to you by Little Old Ladies. They're little,
Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show. We're giving away
$1 million?
a $100 gift card to Liberty Tree Guns.
Yeah, 1 million seems like way too much.
All you need to do is share the feed and tag 5 friends.
Trevor,
it's
you know-
that simple.
Yeah.
I just realized.
Did you?
What'd you realize?
Logan is always the one welcoming people back.
Yeah.
Logan, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you back.
Oh,
to the
welcome
Gun
back,
Shop
Logan.
Show.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right here. I feel that right here. Yeah, I'm always welcoming people back, and no one ever welcomes
You're
me back.
basically like Carter. You know what I'm talking about? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, it's way too. Dude, it's before my time. I bet you there's 2 people on this panel that know what I'm talking about.
Nope. They didn't know either.
I caught it late night on Nick at Night, right?
Yeah, who could that be?
But that was John Travolta's introduction to people before he did Grease. It was Welcome Back, Cotter. Yeah.
And wasn't Gabe Kaplan, wasn't that who Cotter was?
Oh, I have no idea.
I believe.
was the same, yep.
Well,
I believe.
you know, if only I had the internet here.
Yeah.
Who knows? No idea.
Yeah. I'm sure our audience is interested to learn about Welcome Back, Cotter.
Super interested.
Gabe Kaplan. He played Gabe Cotter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Meta, because his name's Gabe too.
Cool. Anyway, whatever.
You're like Eli with Batman right now. He's like,
I
this is
know.
before my time. I don't care.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Not real. Dan, I wanted to ask you before you have to go. What kind of firearms are you into? What do you like to shoot?
Oh gosh, I've got a little bit of everything. Like I say, I used to shoot a lot of clay, so I've got several shotguns. I like handguns. A couple of years ago, picked up an M1 Garand, so I'm kind of into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, there's not any that I don't like. That's the problem.
Right.
I could probably
Kind of like donuts.
I could probably find you a gun that you don't like to shoot. I own one.
Well, I would have to. I'm going to venture out and say something that starts with thunder and ends with struck might be one.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Or
but that's another one.
the Altor
The
pistol.
Altor is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. So it's I bought it because they're really affordable and they're just super wild and unique. I don't know if we have one here.
Not well in the store. I'm not sure.
We do have some in the store.
Do we?
Yeah. I think we ought to take one out and shoot next time we go to the range.
Sure, but I will tell
Trevor,
you, I've
could
shot
you
one.
grab one real quick?
Well, seriously?
I can go grab one.
Or Alan
Okay.
can do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't know if you were messing with me or what. Like, I wouldn't even know where to look. Man.
No, it's so hard to.
I'm the last
I mean, it's
person
not
on
that
earth.
hard to describe this thing.
No, but it's a single shot little pistol. I would think of it more of as a novelty or a last ditch
That's
effort.
really all it is a novelty, or like throw in your toolbox. But it's made of like 5 or 6 parts, and that's it. It's pretty much a barrel, and you have your polymer frame, and then some trigger components, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
It looks like it could be like a screwdriver, like one of those. I don't remember what they're called.
It looks more like a glue gun.
A glue gun.
Yeah. Like a miniature glue gun, but it shoots
I have
bullets.
one of those screwdrivers where you put your bits in the very top, and then you turn it to just like your right bit, and you push the bit forward.
Ooh.
It looks like that kind of.
I haven't seen those,
but it's wild.
Yeah.
When you pull the trigger, it doesn't go off.
Yeah.
You have to release the trigger. There it is.
See, he's much faster
You
than
have
I
to
would've been.
release the trigger for the gun to actually fire. It's
Oh wow.
So here it is. Right there. Well, we've talked about this before, but I just love talking about it because it's so weird.
It's so unique.
But you got your barrel here. Here's the gun. You put your one round in there, and you take this, your barrel on, boom, boom. And here's the crazy thing. Doing this, oh, crap, I would have fired it. But doing this, gun does not go off. You have to let the trigger fly forward, and that'll hit the primer and fire the gun. So it's like...
So it's like velocity.
I think that was
fire.
actually designed in a prison.
Yeah, right. I believe that. I believe that.
I mean, but
prison museums.
At first glance, you're like, that's not a firearm.
Yeah.
You're like, actually, that's
That is a
made from
firearm.
a toothpick and a toothbrush. That's what that's actually fashioned
One
from.
thing I will say about that, though, is that you can get a 9mm barrel, a 38 barrel, I believe, and a 380 barrel.
Yeah.
So you could get one gun with different barrels.
No, someone told me the other day, and I wasn't aware of this, but they said you can buy additional barrels that are threaded.
Really?
So you could put a suppressor on it.
Wow. I
didn't
would
know
never
that.
want to do that. That does
So,
not seem like a
I
gun I'd want
I
to
own
do
this
that for.
model, which is the 9mm version. They also have a 380 version.
Right.
And I can, without a doubt, say the 380 version is so much nicer to shoot. This one just hurts your hand.
Yeah,
you
I-
shoot it,
I
you
have
feel it through
problems
the
with it.
entire gun. It goes into your hand, and just after 5 or 6 shots, I'm like, I'm kind of done with it.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing.
It's crazy cheap, though.
It is crazy cheap. This barrel here is rifled and is pretty dang accurate. I was shooting it out to 100 yards accurately, which blew my mind. Blew my mind. Dan, we'll pass this over to you so you can take a look at it.
Yeah. Also, Dan, if you are smitten with those dots, we do have a pretty dope trade program or consignment program if you're ready to upgrade.
We
to
do.
Well,
365 with a
probably
cutout.
Probably going to have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's just crazy. It's one of those firearms that you just buy just to have.
Yeah.
There's no practical purpose for it. I mean, it is a firearm, so I guess you could theoretically use it to defend yourself, but you get one shot and that's it.
We have that in the same case that we have the Derringers.
Yeah.
I think I would prefer the Altor over a Derringer.
Really?
Granted, you get 2 shots in a Derringer. This you only get 1 shot. But I can tell you, because I have a Derringer, they are not accurate at all.
You know, speaking of
because
that,
the barrels aren't
No,
threaded.
what
They're
you're
so
absolutely
short.
right. You're right.
And this
Right.
thing, I mean, I've never thought about shooting one 100 yards, Logan, but to shoot this 100 yards accurate, that blows the Derringers away completely, in my opinion.
Well,
That's
accurate,
interesting.
I mean like a man-sized target.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
but
I
that's still
did
pretty good.
and I don't know if it's just because I had shot it a decent amount of times, but I took it out and shot it on paper, and the holes weren't circular; they were in the shape of the bullet because the bullet was tumbling out of the barrel.
That's interesting. But speaking of Derringers, that's not something I've ever fired before.
A Derringer?
Yeah, I could see us doing a show on Derringers.
We could do a show, or like mouse guns or something like that.
I don't even know what
I
that
can
is.
tell you, we better move the gong about 5 feet away, about 5 feet away from where we're shooting, because anything over 5 feet, those things are so
You're
inaccurate.
absolutely right. My wife has a North American Arms Black Widow, maybe. Maybe it's called Black Widow. It doesn't matter. It's a 22 with a folding grip, and the barrel's like all of like an inch. It's so small.
Wow.
But shooting anything is like, did I hit it? Well, no. And I'm like standing like 3 yards away.
I mean, it seems to me like those are meant for close encounters.
And that's really what they are.
Yeah. Like if you...
They're nice and compact.
Worst
but-
case scenario, close encounter, you've got this last ditch effort on you. Keep that in your sock or something.
Yeah, I have a little North American that's got about a 1-inch barrel on it. It's a revolver. And I always think that, well, once I empty my other mags, I can pull that out of my little bitty pocket in my, and still make some noise. You know?
Yeah.
They're going,
Yeah.
wow, he's still firing. You know?
I counted 6.
Yeah.
My issue would be that you could probably walk right up to the target and put the barrel on the target and still miss.
Yeah.
It's that ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we should shoot some and do a show about those.
For sure.
Yeah. That'd be pretty fun.
But Dan,
miniguns.
Miniguns would be cool. But Dan, like I was saying, that is a pistol that you really don't like.
Yeah, no, I really don't. Not one I think I would pick up and want to take home with me.
I think, I think we should almost make one of those just standard, take someone to the range, let them try it out, get everybody's opinion on them. Because, I mean, they're more
unique.
gimmicky than they are anything else.
Kind
But
of like
they're functional.
The Thunderstruck, which you mentioned, which, Dan, if you don't know, the Thunderstruck is it's a 22 mag revolver that has 2 barrels, and it fires both barrels simultaneously when you pull the trigger. And it wasn't the most pleasant thing to shoot, and it was really weird getting used to. You have to put 2 fingers on the trigger just to get enough leverage to pull it. It was just strange.
So this is the standard manufacturing
There it is.
Thunderstruck. Yeah. Do you have to put both fingers on? Well, you don't have to, but for more torque, you have to use 2 fingers.
Yeah.
It's really hard to pull that back with just your finger over the trigger safety.
And that is 22 mag.
22
right?
mag.
Not 22 long.
No, 22 mag.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
But yeah, we fired all those in one episode, and they were kind of fun to shoot. But that was the one where I did the review on the umbrella, by the way. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was when we went shooting our own guns, and it was pouring down rain.
No, because Eli did that. Eli shot that.
The Thundershock?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm only on a gun show.
Yeah. We're just talking about guns. Whatnot.
Yep. I'm just the guy that clicks the mouse.
Guns. Is there any firearms, Dan, that you wish you owned?
Oh,
I'm sure there's plenty,
there's
but
tons
are
that I
there
wish
any
I
that
owned.
just stand out to you above the rest?
No, not really. I obviously would like to have a just for fun's sake have a full auto, but don't feel like going through the process.
Have you ever shot full auto?
I have. Yeah,
It's fantastic.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's one way to spend up a lot of ammo real fast. too.
Especially when COVID was in its prime.
Yeah.
I guess it's coming back now, but ammo was so expensive.
Right.
It was just so expensive to shoot. It was, you didn't want to shoot because it was too expensive.
Right.
Dan,
Right.
Thanks for coming and
Yeah.
shooting with
Yeah,
us.
Dan,
today.
Dude, thank you so much.
Pleasure. We're running out of
really
time.
Had fun.
I'm going to kick off that.
But we should absolutely do it again.
Yeah,
For
no,
sure.
anytime. I really enjoyed it.
Then we could maybe talk about that range next time.
There you go.
We got a thrower up here. We should go do some clay shooting.
And I have a thrower myself, so we have two really good throwers. We should for sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Do a
Anyway,
show on
Dan,
that.
thanks for joining us.
All
Thanks,
right,
guys, for
guys.
watching.
Thanks so
This is
much.
the Gun Shop Show.
Bye. See ya. Beverly Hillbillies goodbye. You should do one with the Brady Bunch.
The 80s where you're like,
You're having a conversation.
and then you always.
Right. Yeah. I would love to do a Gun Shop Show intro of like we did with the
Yes.
Bonanza. Yeah. That one was fun. Eli told me one day he's like, oh, you guys should do something like that. I'm like, he was gone that episode. I'm like, you saw that? He's like, yeah, it was hilarious. Yeah, it was fun.
Let's do that next time.
Okay. Well, I'm down to do more like that. We got that green screen.
Bye.